And we are live. Welcome back to new episode of Lunch from the Beach. I am your co-host Dibo, my other two co-hosts Matt and Owen.
Good to be back. Good to be back. Took a little break, but it's always good to be back with you fellas.
We
Yeah,
had a little
absolutely.
break for
Absolutely.
school, but it also translated to a break in the pod. But we're back. We're here. We're ready to rock and roll. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody have a
for
good
sure, for sure.
Thanksgiving?
Yeah,
man.
absolutely. And with that, we wish all of you guys a happy Thanksgiving. Hope you guys had a great holiday with the family, eating food, watching football, all that good stuff.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. No, I had a pretty good Thanksgiving. I can't lie. The football this year, I wasn't a big fan of though. I think
All the games are trash.
Yeah.
All the games
Packers
were
Lions
yeah, they were.
was somewhat enjoyable, but the other two were just complete blowouts.
No,
Yeah,
it
it
was
was a tough
bad.
scene for sure.
It was bad. I was praying that one of them was gonna be close, but nah, it wasn't good at all. It was a bad product. I'm not gonna lie, especially the last two.
Oh yeah,
Washington and
the
Seattle, they both got
Cowboys.
outmatched
Oh
like
my
crazy.
god.
No, yeah,
Dude, heading into the Thanksgiving games, I was like, okay, so there's gonna be one upset, right? And I was like looking at it
There
on
was
paper.
not.
I was like,
Actually, Green Bay was an upset.
Green Bay was the upset, but I was like,
shout out Jordan Love.
Stanford-
Shout out Jordan Love.
Stanford's
Great
not
game.
gonna lose to Seattle. I didn't see that one happening, and it didn't. And then in my mind, I was thinking like, I could kind of see the Cowboys losing, like division game. Um, Commanders, their offense has been good. Maybe Dak wants to be proud on Thanksgiving, and instead it was just a complete
Beat down.
beatdown. Thank you. Complete
There you go.
beatdown.
There you go.
And Lions just have to keep on losing on Thanksgiving. It's tradition.
And I thought this year was gonna be different, but Green Bay came into Detroit and showed them who's boss. So shout out to their offense. Shout out Jordan Love. Said that before. He played a great game. And Green Bay, man, they making some moves. They've been making some moves lately.
Detroit
Yeah.
keeps the losing streak alive on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It's heritage.
Like what, like
Has
8
it
in a
been
row?
going on since we were all born, or did it start like right after we were born?
I don't know.
I think I don't remember the last time they've won it, but they've won it like a few years back. I don't remember which year, but they've won it like a while back.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Fair enough.
Right. Oh yeah. Wait. One more thing. Spotify rap just came out. Obviously, every year
Yes.
we get in tune. Everybody's showing off their music taste, which most of the time it's like, yeah, what
It
are you
seems
listening
really
to?
inaccurate, bro.
Yeah, mine
Yeah,
seems
it kind of
pretty
is. It
inaccurate.
kind of is. I'm not gonna lie. I've heard they only record like the first
10
10 months of the year.
Yeah.
So the like later portion, November, December, that gets cut off completely. So that's why.
Yeah.
But with that being said, how are y'all guys' Spotify rap this year?
Y'all wanna guess my top 5?
I know what your top one is.
Everybody knows who my top 1 is. Drake, the most
Drake.
basic you
Okay.
can get.
Drake?
All right, number 2.
Champagne Poppy.
You
Kanye.
said Kanye was 2.
Kanye was number 2. Number 3. This is where it gets dicey.
Taylor Swift.
Not Taylor Swift, but similar vein-ish. Not really, but like
not Travis Scott. So like pop.
pop. Yes, correct genre. Think this is like he's the go-to party music. I think he personally makes the best party music.
Party.
I don't really know.
I think I know who it is. Let me guess. Throwback pop.
Who's throwback pop?
Throwback pop. Well, like just like early mid 2010s pop music.
Oh, throwback pop. Yeah, for sure.
All right, let me go with Pitbull.
It is Pitbull. Dibo.
Oh, let's go. Wait, hey, I said it first.
Oh, I didn't hear.
It's on record. It's on record.
Right.
I mean,
we'll see when we play the tape back. Okay.
Hmm.
Number 4. This dude he used to rap like exclusively with some other people in a group, and they've kind of gone their own ways.
Offset.
Not Offset, but
Quavo.
Quavo made it off one song alone. Shout out Greatness. You guys remember when I put that song on? And then number 5, this dude is He's past his prime. I'd say he's past his prime for sure. He's similar to Snoop Dogg, but not Snoop Dogg.
Dr. Dre.
Not Dr. Dre.
Well, okay. Eminem.
Not Eminem.
Okay.
Lifestyle wise, he's similar to Snoop Dogg. He makes rap music.
Fuck, what's his name? God damn it.
Wiz Khalifa.
Wiz Khalifa. Yeah,
Wiz Khalifa is in my number 5.
Okay.
Wiz
Okay,
Khalifa's
Wiz
in my number
Khalifa
5.
got hits. Wiz Khalifa got hits.
Wiz Khalifa do
Right,
get
right.
hits.
Right. Owen, who is in your Spotify Wrapped?
I'll bet money y'all can't guess my top artists.
Owen be listening to hard rap. I don't even know the artist, bro. Did Drake make his way onto your list?
Drake is not on my top 5.
Wow, seeing.
Okay.
Did Kanye?
Nope.
No, I know you only said Kanye. Kendrick
I
Lamar.
fucking love Kanye. What? No, not Kendrick.
No. We gotta look at trap. We gotta look at trap people. We gotta look at trap artists.
Mm-hmm.
Let me guess. NBA YoungBoy.
I don't listen to NBA YoungBoy.
Nah, he don't listen.
Okay. Babytron.
I don't listen to Babytron either.
Damn. Okay.
Do you got anybody that's mainstream or no?
Kinda.
But it's all like rap, though,
Yeah.
You don't got Rio, I assume.
Rio was probably like 6 or 7.
Okay.
Shoot.
If I had to guess.
Trippie Redd.
I don't listen to Trippie Redd.
Damn.
Crazy. Lil Wayne's not on there,
Alright.
I assume. You said
No, but Lil Wayne, I love me some Wheezy.
Easy F baby. J. Cole.
Nope.
Damn. Oh my god.
Garbage ass Spotify rap.
Nah.
No,
Jesus.
Cash
I'll
Out.
give you a hint. One of them in the top 5 is dead.
X.
I don't really listen to X like that.
Damn.
DMX.
Pop Smoke.
Pop Smoke's a good guess, but no.
Okay, let me guess other.
Dre?
Juice WRLD.
No, I don't listen to Juice WRLD.
Jesus.
All right, just give us your fucking Spotify Wrapped.
Yeah,
Alright.
boy, I can't even.
Top 1 was I Swear Vezo.
Okay.
Number 2 was ESTG.
Bro, this is like foreign shit to me.
What?
ESTG, bro, ain't no way you be bumping ESTG.
Number 3 is King Von. He's the dead one.
King Von. We
Okay.
should have got that one.
Okay.
Number 4 is OTF.
OTF.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 5 is Big Moochie Grape.
Big what grape?
Big Moochie Grape.
Big Moochie grape. Okay. I didn't hear you properly the first time. My fault.
Do you know who
Big
that is?
Moochie. No, I do not know who that is.
Oh, you're missing
Big
out.
Moochie grape. No,
You're
you
missing
gotta put
out.
me on. You gotta put me on.
Oh my god.
These trap
Oh my,
artists.
you're
man.
never going
'Cause
back,
bro. That's wild. That is wild. Yeah.
I'm not a big mainstream guy though.
All right, Dibo, you got your top 5
and I
list?
see. Yeah, I'm just gonna name my top 5 since we gotta, hurry with this. Get to the actual podcast for the day. So at 1 I have Isaiah Rashad. Y'all guys don't know who he is probably. 2 is Drake. That's free money right there. He in there every year. 3 is Brent Faiyaz, R&B singer. 4 is Shmino. Shout out Tyler. That is his favorite artist, I believe. Been bumping his music heavy over the past year. So salute to Smino, my guy. And number 5 is a kind of an out there pick, but I got The Alchemist. He is a hip hop producer and producer for hella rappers. Oh, you know who The Alchemist is?
Yeah.
You mean the book? No, Owen gets that reference.
God damn it. Wait, how many minutes did y'all have listened to?
Over 69K.
Oh, okay. Oddly specific.
Oh
no! Like I actually it was over 69,000.
No.
Okay. I was just trying to get a joke off. I know it would have been too easy to do, but no, it's 69 over there.
I'm trying to see how many I got.
Man, real ones have their screenshotted.
I have my top 5 screenshotted, but it didn't say how many minutes.
shoot. Owen, do you know how many minutes?
48,000. 48,000.
40.
Oh,
Okay,
Matt,
48,000.
we like that. I got 48,000 too.
Swear.
Yeah,
This was
48,326.
Oh, I'm 278.
Oh, I got you beat. Let's go.
What is your top genre? Everybody have rap?
Yeah,
everybody's rap. Everybody's rap. We not rock people over here, man. We just listen to rap music, rap hip hop.
For real.
Right. Right. Okay. Let's get into the episode for today. We got a very packed podcast for y'all. Hey, we gotta do a first episode back from our break. So, hey, we're gonna stay ready. We staying ready out here. Right. So, quick rundown. We're gonna have a quick news section. Just talk about the latest news in sports. Go over that for a little bit, and then our main topic for the day. We're going over NFL contenders and pretenders with the regular season being in its last month. So I can't wait for that. And lastly, a new segment into the podcast trivia section. It could be anything ranging from quizzes, guessing top 10 list, guessing favorite lineups of teams, just stuff like that. Just keep it interesting for our audience out there. So I can't
100%.
wait down that line. So
100%.
man,
Let's
with
get started.
that out the way, yes, what Matt said, let's get started. So we are going to start off with basketball, and let's talk about the Detroit Pistons, the worst team in NBA history by far. Because my God, they are horrible. Jesus Christ. Quick facts here. They just lost to the New York Knicks, Matt's team. I don't remember the score. I don't
It was actually
care
pretty
because the
close.
Pistons are bad regardless.
It was pretty close.
That is
It took a Jalen Brunson 43 to get us over the line, and Julius Randle was hooping.
That is a damn shame, but I am not going to roast over the Knicks because Matt supports them. We are going to talk about how the Pistons are absolutely terrible right now. So, no offense to you, Matt. I wanted to do it, but we gotta move on. Yeah. So with the loss to New York last night, they're on a 16-game losing streak. My God, and they are currently 2-17. By far the worst record in the NBA. So, my question for this is, who is the person to blame for the Pistons season so far?
Ooh, that's a good question.
That is a good question.
Before we do that, can I ask you guys one thing? So,
yes.
Right here. This will kind of be my answer, actually. So Cade Cunningham this season, leading scorer on the team, averaging 22.3 points per game, right? Do you guys want to guess what the second leading scorer for the Detroit Pistons is averaging?
Like 11.
14. 14.
It's 11, and it's Jalen Duren. Yeah. Jalen Duren is averaging 11 is fine because he's getting you like a double-double a night. But he should not be your second leading scorer on the team. And to me, that's where the problem for this team is we knew Cade was going to be the number one, but we are yet to see a number 2 step up, a number 3 step up, heck, even maybe a number 4. And heading into the season, I remember me and Dibo were really high on the Pistons after the Monty Williams hiring. We even had them maybe even squeaking into the play-in. But if nobody's been able to step up and nobody's been able to assist Cade, nobody's been able to basically defend other than Asar Thompson and Jalen Duren. And because of that, they're on a 16-game losing streak.
Okay. Owen, your turn.
So the thing is, like Matt said, the problem's obviously scoring. They don't have enough firepower to score with other teams in the NBA that do have that firepower. And I don't know. I think a lot of that is on them, the fact that they're like rebuilding. But I do want to put some blame on Monty Williams because this roster is seemingly better than the roster's been in the past 2 years, and now they appear to be worse. So I think part of that to blame is on Monty Williams, and it could be that it's his first 18 games, 19 games, 2-17,
19,
and that they're still working out the kinks. But I think as it stands right now, I would put the blame on Monty Williams.
Yeah, absolutely. Monty, I had big expectations for Monty to take this team to the next step heading into this season. Obviously, he got the huge bag. Kai's paid coach in the NBA by far. I just thought his leadership would take them into kind of a Orlando Magic type leap, being a team that can hang around in the play-in during the late season stretch. But obviously, that has not been working out at all. And I mean, when you look at this roster and how he's been constructing it, the lineups have been bad. Why is Killian Hayes getting that much many starts, that much many minutes on a nightly basis? I do not get that. Why did you bench Azar Thompson, one of your brightest spots this season on the entire roster? He's been great. Despite his poor shooting, why is he giving limited minutes right now? Why is Kevin Knox getting starting minutes?
Respect the Knicks legend.
Go out.
Respect the Knicks legend.
No, he wore a Fortnite suit to draft night. I can't respect him like that. I'm sorry. I'm sure he's a great guy, but no, I do not.
Hey,
No,
I heard
off
his
that
back.
alone,
I heard his back.
off that alone. Yeah, right. Kevin Knox, Jaden Ivey being scratched off the rotation, him getting DMPs. So a lot of blame can be put on Monty Williams for this very poor start right now, and I do agree with Owen on that.
No, yeah. If it is one person, if we are narrowing it down to somebody, it probably is Monty. Because I just think that there were such high expectations going into the year. And like even if you're not getting the wins, you still want to see the young players developing and stuff like that. And it just you feel like you're not really seeing that. And like so to Debo's point, when he benched Asar, like in the game, he said, or after the game in the press conference, he was like, he made those mistakes. He was turning the ball over too much, and he's like, we're trying to win that game. And in my head, I'm just thinking, you're 2 in 15. Like, why are you trying to win still? Like, just play your young player, let him go through that tough game where he's starting poorly, try to come over that hill, and try to overcome that. And instead, he's just benching him.
Right, and one more thing, right? He benched Thompson. You put him on the bench, but Killian Hayes, a non-3-point shooter, one of the worst efficient guards players overall in the entire league. He's still starting. They're still starting the two big lineup: Isaiah Stewart and Jalen Duren. Two bigs who aren't shooters. Yes, what Matt said. It's ugly. They still have the worst spacing in the league by far, and it's not working out. It's a complete mess. It's like putting square pegs in round holes. It's not working what Monty's doing right now.
Yeah. He just put Isaiah Livers back into the lineup too. And I was watching that game. I was watching the game against Detroit and Washington. Like the two worst teams that you could watch at the moment.
I remember
and
you said
even though Washington probably has the worst defense in the entire NBA, Detroit was still finding it tough to get buckets.
Yeah.
It's bad in Detroit. Pray for Detroit, y'all. Pray for Detroit. Pray for Pistons fans, man. It's not looking good. And I don't know when they're going to get another win because throughout the remainder of the season, they have the toughest schedule in the league by far. So it's bad right now. It is really bad.
They're going to win in 2 days. No, not 2 days. 2 games. December 6th will be their next win.
Who are they playing?
I hope so.
The Memphis Grizzlies.
Oh, true.
The Memphis Grizzlies.
Okay.
Trap game for the Grizzlies, though.
Right. Okay, moving on to football, the NFL. Let's talk about good old friend Aaron Rodgers, quarterback of the New York Jets. And the big news with him is that obviously the Jets, they have took him off the IR list. Now he is currently practicing. And rumors are still in the air that he could possibly still make a return this coming season.
Nah, that shit not happening. And I'll tell you why.
That was the question I was about to say, but continue, Matt.
A-Rod, as he commonly does now, he likes to break his own news on the Pat McAfee show. Mm-hmm. And A-Rod was the first one to say, I plan on coming back around December-ish, and I want to start playing with the team and stuff like that. And to his credit, that was absolutely true. And another thing he said on that was, I don't want to play unless we're competing for a playoff spot. The Jets are currently 4-7. They are third in their division. I don't know how many games they are back of wild card, but I know that the Bills are 6-6, and that the Bills aren't even in wild card, and they're in their division. And you still have the next however many games with Tim Boyle starting at quarterback.
Jesus.
or Trevor Siemian if they want to give him a shot. So I really just don't know where the Jets are going to get the wins to stay competitive. And because of that, I think by the time A-Rod is maybe healthy to come off that IR, it's just not going to be worth it at that point.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, I think from like a
Hmm.
perspective of team and Aaron Rodgers, I think it would be a dumb decision, to put it lightly, for him to come back. Even though that injury, he's obviously pretty healthy compared to where a lot of other people are in that time period. It's still a soft tissue injury.
Yep.
It's not gonna last. It's not sustainable if he does come back and play for 3-4 weeks at the end of the season. He's probably, or there's a good chance he's gonna hurt himself again. There's a good chance he's gonna do so much damage that it's gonna affect him in the coming seasons that it won't even be worth it.
Yeah. And so I just pulled up the information. So out of 16 teams in the AFC, the Jets are currently 15th. They are 1-3 in the division and 2-6 in the conference. So even if they somehow manage to get a handful of wins and combine some wins together, they're still not winning all these tiebreakers. And so even if they miraculously do that, I just think that the odds are stacked up so far against them that I just think the safe thing to do is just play for next year. Get a higher pick. I think they own their pick, or does the Packers own?
No, I think they own their pick.
No. At this point, the Packers would get their second round pick instead of their first round pick due to incentives. So that's how the trade worked.
So then might as well just go for a higher first round pick at this point. Maybe draft a receiver for Aaron Rodgers, because we've seen that outside of Garrett Wilson, this receiving core doesn't really have much. I mean, they cut Alan Lazard out after giving him a big contract. So I just think that there's the chances of Aaron Rodgers coming back are close to zero in my head.
Yeah, I agree with both of you guys right now. I mean, if they were to miraculously bring up Rodgers to still play again in the regular season, do you really want a damn near 40-year-old man to be running around in the pocket, sitting in the pocket with this O-line, which that O-line's bad. We've known they're going to be a bad unit coming into the year, but they're one of the worst units in the elite by far. A mediocre receiving core, one of the worst receiving cores in the entire league, minus Garrett Wilson. It's not a good decision at all. It's not a good decision. I mean, they're 4-7. It's looking bleak, even though the defense has been doing the best they can to still keep them in games. But at this point, to make a playoff push in the AFC, where there are a lot of teams that are currently hitting their stride and are playing better football, it's just not worth it to make that decision at all.
Yeah,
it's not.
Absolutely
it's not. Now, I do want to bring up another key topic, which is, what do you think the Jets should do with Robert Saleh? Should they run it back? Should they fire him?
I think
For me personally, I think they should fire him. But with the Jets decision, their front office, they're going to be like, okay, Joe Douglas, their GM, Saleh, we're going to keep those two back, run it back for another year with the healthy A-Rod, and we're going to see how that goes. But at this point right now, currently, I just don't think Saleh's the guy. I do not think Saleh's the guy from a game managing perspective.
It's hard for me. It's hard for me because I think that one thing that not a lot of people talk about is the Joe Douglas decision to not bring in a second backup behind Aaron Rodgers outside of Zach Wilson. And another thing to make up is that he didn't really have a choice in who he brought in as offensive coordinator, because when they traded for Aaron Rodgers wanted Nathaniel Hackett almost immediately. So to me, when I'm looking at this Robert Saleh decision, I need to look at, is the team still fighting for him despite their poor record? And how is the defense playing? Because that's his side of the ball, as well as game management. And the defense, as you mentioned, has been phenomenal this year. I think they're still one of the best defenses. Basically, their 4 wins are all down to their defense. And their defense has kept them in every single game despite the poor quarterback play. And so I think that if you do have this a better offense with Aaron Rodgers, if Aaron Rodgers can come back to the Aaron Rodgers we know, if he and Nathaniel Hackett can spark up a connection and Garrett Wilson can turn into something, and there's rumors of them bringing back Devontae Adams with Aaron Rodgers, I think that you could talk yourself into keeping Rob Saleh. So, I mean, I'm kind of in the middle, but I'd lean towards keeping him.
I think you should keep him, or the Jets should keep him too, because I think it's too early to fire him because Aaron Rodgers tears his Achilles in the first game of the year. I think that's ridiculous to fire him off a mediocre season when that happens. Not only is that a down to their best player, that's also a mood kill too. You know, like coming into this season, we're like, oh, we're gonna compete this season, and then that happens. You're like, well, shit. Like, where are we now? You know. So I think that could also be killing the players' mood, making them play worse. And I think overall, I think it's a roster deal, them not playing well, not a Robert Saleh deal.
Okay. Hold on. I think Owen hit on something right there because, as Owen mentioned, that's a giant roster kill. But outside of hold on, let me count. 1, 2, 3. Outside of 5 games this year, they've all been one possession games that these Jets have been in. And so even if they're not getting these wins, the fact that they're able to keep it close and he still has the troops rallied week in and week out kind of shows the character that he is in the locker room. And so I think that if you're in these one possession games with Zach Wilson, Tim Boyle, whoever your quarterback is, imagine Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback. Because, I mean, he's one of the most clutch quarterbacks, and he's not scoring like 12 points a game. So,
Fair,
I mean, I think you keep him. I think you give him 1 year with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fair enough. We'll see. Hackett has to go. Their OC, he has to go. He's not a good
Broncos fans know that one a little too well.
Hackett's ass.
Of course. We know he's not the guy. I know that's Rodgers' boy, but you gotta let him go, man. You gotta let him go. One of the worst coordinators in the league, offensively, by far. So if they're not going to do that. But if I was in that position, if I was a GM, I let him go. That would be the first move. The first move to do.
They wouldn't have brought him on and then let him go like this year. Because the only reason they brought him on was because A-Rod wanted him.
Because of Aaron Rodgers, yeah. And all of his other guys too. Tim Boyle, Lazard, Randall Cobb, all of his other boys. Almost Mercedes Lewis. Yeah, he's on the Bears. Instead of the Jets. But like,
what end did they get from the Bears or from the Packers? I thought they had a tight end from the Packers.
Because I'm only thinking of CJ Uzomah and Tyler Conklin. They were there last year. But as I was saying, like all of the boys A-Rod brought on this year, that was one of the biggest issues I had coming into the season for the Jets. The receiving core, obviously with Lazard and Randall Cobb, 2 of Aaron Rodgers' best guys being there, and with Hackett being a coordinator. And look how that's turned out. I mean, all 3 of them are liabilities to this team. So, I mean, there has to be a decision made for the Jets front office, their staff moving forward, to talk to A-Rod and be like, hey, man, I know these are your guys, but we're trying to win football games at the same time. And I don't think these guys are the guys to do the job. So
A-Rod don't like that. A-Rod meant to be a diva.
The foot has to be put down at some point. It has to be put down at some point for this Jets team. But just want to get that out the way. Yeah, next segment to wrap this up. Let's talk about the Broncos.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, the Denver Broncos. Broncos country is riding right now on an all-time high 5-game winning streak from starting the season off 1-5. Question is, for this segment, will the Denver Broncos with Russell Wilson and Sean Payton, can they make the playoffs? Will they make the playoffs?
I want to hear your guys' thoughts on that.
Nah, you're the Broncos fan. You can go first.
Nah, well, the
Go
reason
ahead.
I want to hear your guys' thoughts is because you guys were doubters.
Oh,
Who wasn't a doubter when y'all were?
Big chest. Talk. Hey, I like that, Owen. I like that. Okay.
Hey,
I respect that.
Owen, I could say the
I
same thing
respect
about
that.
everybody here in the Rams.
I don't. No one cares about the Rams still. It don't
Hey,
matter
they just got no motion in Colorado, but we back.
at all. They don't got any motion in LA either. So I don't
No motion
know.
in the Chargers.
They both got zero motion.
Hey, no, the answer to that
No
is you're correct.
motion. No motion. There is no motion in LA. Even with the Rams winning a chip, zero motion. All the home
For real,
games.
Dibo, when was the last time you were in LA?
I was in LA. It don't matter. It don't
Okay,
matter.
okay.
It don't matter.
Back to the topic at hand. Do I think the Broncos can make playoffs? It basically all comes down to this week. They play the Texans.
50-50 shot if we win.
Yeah, 50-50 shot if they win. I think it's like 14% chance if they lose. The Texans hold like the 7th seed in the wild card right now. So a win over them would be instrumental. But hell yeah, I'm riding with the Broncos. The defense is legit. I think they're the most obvious first round exits. Like I think right now on this winning streak, they're getting like +3 turnovers per game and still barely winning each game. And I don't think that's a recipe for like
we didn't barely win against
the
Browns.
I mean, it was barely win until Dorian Thompson-Robinson went out.
Until DTR got the huge hit, he got concussed.
That wasn't a penalty, by the way. That was not a penalty.
Okay, that's fair. That is fair. That was.
But like against the Bills, you guys won the turnover battle like enormously and barely won on like because the Bills had 12 men on the field. Vikings, I think you had 3 more turnovers then, and you guys won by 1 point. And so it's a lot of close games.
We're talking like these aren't teams though.
No, these are. But I'm saying you're winning the turnover battle like by a lot right now. I just don't expect that to carry over in the playoffs.
I think that's a little ridiculous.
I don't know. But I have Broncos making playoffs. I said that I don't see it carrying over in the playoffs because I do think they'll make the playoffs. I just think they'll be first round exits.
All right, Dibo, let's hear it.
Yeah. Okay, so let me start off by saying this, right? Sean Payton, he's done a great job since that 70-20 beatdown earlier in the year. He's done a great job rallying the troops, having the offense play efficient football. Russell Wilson, he's been great in the red zone, not turning the ball over. He has statistically been one of the better QBs this season, in a season full of bad, mediocre to horrible QB play. So shout out to Russ for that. The defense has been solid. Vance Joseph, a lot of people here were calling for his head, for him to be fired after that Dolphins game. But shout out to him. They're playing very solid football on that side of the ball. Justin Simmons is back playing elite level safety play. Raekwon McMillan, if I got his name correctly, the corner right alongside PS2 Patrick Surtain. Yeah. On the other side, he's been great in that position. Other players too, shining bright, like Brandon Browning, Josie Jewell. They've been solid during the stretch. So there are a lot of great things for Broncos fans to be proud about after a season with Nathaniel Hackett, obviously, where it was just doom and gloom. It was horrible. With that being said, when it comes to making the playoffs, I just think that with the amount of turnovers they've been getting, with the amount of short fields, I think that is unsustainable moving forward, especially when you're going up against teams with great offenses and efficient offenses like the Houston Texans this upcoming Sunday.
Who we're beating.
I don't know about that. Along with the Detroit Lions, they've been great keeping the football safe all year. And so, right, like I said, a lot of positive things to look on during the season. I feel like if they even get 9 wins and barely make the playoffs week 18, it is still a success for this franchise after the Hackett year and how bad it was, how inept the offense was. But at the same time, I just don't see this team beating out like a Pittsburgh or even Cleveland right now with those final wild card spots.
Fair enough. Hey,
Owen?
all I'm gonna say is we're making the playoffs. I'm leaving it at that.
Okay. And all I gotta say about that, Owen, is that if we play y'all, then we're gonna beat y'all ass by like 20 points at least in the playoffs. So
I'm sure.
I can't wait
sure.
for that. I can't wait for that. You are not beating 15 in us in Arrowhead in a playoff game. I promise you.
That's just light.
You don't want this smoke. You don't want this.
The group chat or the fans don't know about this, but in the group chat after Denver finally beat the Chiefs for like, I think it was like the first time in 6 or 8 years or something crazy.
8
like
years,
that.
I believe.
This man Dibo was heated in the
I
chat.
was heated because this man Andrew was talking so much smack. He was talking so much smack. We gave him the game. It was a pity win. It was a pity win.
Oh, he's still bad.
It was a pity win. No. Because
All
y'all
I'm saying-
running around like y'all were Pac. Y'all that was y'all Super Bowl. I don't want to say that. I hate saying that phrase, but that was legit y'all Super Bowl. Winning, beating us for the first time since we were in middle school, like 6th grade. That was y'all chip. That was y'all chip game. It was.
And y'all put
All
up
I'm
9
saying-
points. Y'all didn't get a single touchdown.
All I'm gonna say, if they beat you in a playoff game,
that's not happening.
Just don't enter the chat, bro. It's gonna be insufferable.
I'm gonna enter the chat. I want all the smoke. I don't.
Bro, he's gonna be texting with the tears down his face.
I don't duck from the chimney. I don't run from the smoke. I want all the smoke. Whether the Chiefs win or lose every week, I want all the smoke. I promise you that. I'm not ducking from Andrew and them. No, I'm not. We're not doing that. I believe in my boys, man. We're not doing that. No. I was a little bit emotional. My fault.
I was in his feels.
My fault. I was in my feelings.
Hey,
I don't like the Broncos. I don't. I really don't. Even though I'm gonna give them props for this winning streak right now, I don't like the Broncos. I hate the Broncos. I've been hating them ever since I was a little boy. So I'll keep it at that.
Hey, Dibo was shouting out the defense and all the players on the defense, but hold on. But one unit that I have not heard a lot of appreciation for is this Broncos offensive line. Their improvement from last year is one of the least talked about things.
Amazing.
Garrett Bowles has looked amazing. Who else is on the side line? McGlinchey has looked good. He's looked like a pretty good signing. Merritt has looked good at the right guard position. Who's the center right now?
Quinn Miners.
Quinn Miners, yes, it is. He's been solid. And
no. The right guard's Quinn Miners. The center is Lloyd Cushenberry.
Lloyd Cushenberry is the center.
We saw it. My fault.
Lloyd Cushenberry is the center. But and because of this whole line, Russ has been able to have time for the most part. The running game is back. The running game was in full effect against Cleveland. They basically got anything that they wanted. And because of it, the entire playbook has been open.
Mm-hmm. Let Javonte cook, baby.
Let all 3 running backs cook. You got
true. Yeah, all of them are solid. Shout out P. Ryan and Jaleel McLaughlin. 2 very good backup running backs right now.
Yeah, but bro, Judy has no fun at the moment. It's Sutton's getting touchdowns, and then all the running backs are getting their touches. Even the tight ends are getting involved, and Judy's not getting any touches. Which Steve Smith is right now.
Steve Smith. I was so on call. Oh,
he can't get open though.
Yeah, but can he catch? Well, that's been the consistent issue with him ever since he stepped into the league. It's his consistency with his hands.
Mims looks good though. He looks good as a rookie.
Oh yeah, best punt return in the league.
They need to get more touches. They need to give him more touches. I feel like
they do.
Explosive wide out.
Mm-hmm. It hasn't hurt them yet, but we'll see. All right, what's the next topic? What's the next agenda?
Next topic. We are going to get into NFL contenders and pretenders. So how we're gonna do it? We're gonna do it like this. I have 8 teams right now on my phone. 4 from the AFC, 4 from the NFC, and we're gonna go down this list. I'm gonna name a team, and y'all guys are gonna say if they're a pretender or a contender. That's how
Okay.
we're gonna do it. It's simple like that. Simple as it is.
All right.
All right. And with that explanation out the way, let's start off first with the reigning Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Hold on. You want Owen to go first or me to go first?
Owen can go first.
Dibo, I'm sorry, bro. They're
If-
pretenders, bro. They're pretenders.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
They're
Hey,
contenders.
no. It's your opinion. I got to cook your team, and now you get to cook mine. It's all fair game. It's all for the love of football, man. Let's go.
The thing is that team is just not the same team they were a year ago. They're just not, quite frankly. They don't have, even with Mahomes on the field, that offense doesn't look as dominant as it did the past few years. Was that fair?
Mm.
And then the defense is just not quite there for me. I don't think they're making it much further into the playoffs than the Broncos.
Okay. So, what is the ceiling for the Chiefs right now, currently, if they go into the postseason?
I think they'll be second round exits. They'll go out in the second round.
Okay.
That's my best prediction.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that happening, to be honest, with you, depending on who we match up in the divisional round, if whether we get a bye or we go into the wild card game and beat whichever lower seeded team at Arrowhead. So it is a possibility. Matt, your turn.
It's contender because 15's on the team.
Oh my god, he's not 30. He's not 30.
He's a
Oh, he's
the 30 of the NFL.
15. Yeah, 15 is the 30 of the NFL. We've been knowing.
He's not 30.
Here's the thing. Right now, from what I've seen so far, there's no reason for me to have the Chiefs as contenders, just based off what I've seen this year. But what the Chiefs do have is they have an elite defense this year, which I'm yet to see with Patrick Mahomes. And instead of the offense cooking and the defense cooking, it's been the complete other way around. And the offense really hasn't been able to get started. And for me, that's why I think they're contenders, is because the defense has been elite, and at some point, I think the offense is just bound to come around. Now, are they my favorites out of the AFC? No. I think Baltimore, if they can secure home seed and home field, are the favorites out of the AFC. But I think just at some point, you just have to bank on 15 and 87 finally getting that chemistry going. Maybe now that they've started to feed Rashee Rice, maybe he can come into that wide receiver one role. And then Pacheco in this running game is legit. So maybe this offense can finally get started and get on the ground and pound, because the defense has been there all year.
It's not doing it for me.
Right. I'm going to say my unbiased take for this team, obviously.
Unbiased take, contender.
Well, yeah, okay. yeah. I still got the Chiefs being contenders. 15. You never count out 15 in a postseason. Best postseason quarterback of all time by far. Look at the stats. Look at the performances.
Matt Stafford.
That is the truth. Don't say that again. Don't say that again. Yeah, like Matt said, the defense has been phenomenal. A top 5 unit. Playmakers on all 3 phases of the ball. Guys like Trent McDuffie, he's been great. George Karlaftis off the edge is having a breakout year. He has been phenomenal. Still got Chris Jones, linebacking core. Hopefully Nick Bolton can make his return quickly off of IR. But even then, their linebacking core is still solid, with Willie Gay and Drew Tranquil leading that line. And so going over to the offensive side of the ball, okay, we've not been great. The receiving core, it's been memed on to death the whole entire year with Kadarius Toney dropping the ball, MVS in his disaster class in the Eagles game. That was bad. But the X factor to that is Rashee Rice, my main man. And he had his breakout game last week against the Raiders. Phenomenal. Over 100 yards, broke a wide receiver record for the team with the receiving yards. And with to look at his style of play, he is currently our most explosive wide receiver by far, minus Kadarius Toney when he is healthy. And he is our best guy when it comes to yards after the catch. And when you look at this receiving core and you look at the guys to help out Travis Kelce, who is showing a little bit of a decline. Obviously, he's banged up with his injuries this year. But Rashee Rice, his explosiveness, his ability to break off huge gains when he touches the ball in open space, that is going to be the difference maker for this team heading to the postseason.
Not to mention, we're seeing like a lot of teams this year getting kind of their first taste of the playoffs, and like, I mean, I know the Dolphins made it last year, but Tua didn't really play. The Browns are basically going to be there for the first time in like 4 or 5 years, and the Chiefs, they are a very well playoff experienced team, and they have one of the best coaches when it comes to January and February football. And so I think that could matter at the end of the day.
Absolutely, absolutely. We are the most experienced team in the AFC by far. We've been there before, and compared to these other teams, I feel like we have the best coaching out of all of them. With Andy Reid, obviously, and with Steve Spagnuolo, who's been on a heater this whole season, one of the best coordinators defensively in the league by far. Man, he's been having a phenomenal year leading that defensive unit.
Yeah, AFC, you guys are probably the best coached, I'd say.
Mhm.
NFC, different story.
That's true. AMC,
NFC has better coaches.
it's gonna be a dogfight. Yeah. They've got great coaches there. With that conference.
All right.
Mm-hmm. The reigning Super Bowl runner up, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Contender,
absolutely.
Do we even got to spend time on this one?
I don't think we know.
No,
Dibo
not
want to
really.
say contender.
No.
In his unbiased opinion.
No. They're contenders for sure. They're contenders for sure.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if Philly was able to repeat this year. Jalen Hurts, he's still there as a quarterback. He hasn't been playing at an elite level of quarterback play, despite him being high in the QB odds to win MVP. But he's still a borderline top 5 quarterback on his day. The running game's still going to be there with DeAndre Swift and Kenneth Gainwell. Receivers are still great, led by A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. O-line stacked, D-line stacked. They're one of the more complete teams in the league by far, with one of the better coaching units in the league by far, led by Nick Sirianni.
No, for sure. That man Jalen Hurts. You want to talk about somebody blessed by God? Man talks in Instagram captions.
Athletic beast. Sorry.
Athletic beast. Got the cleanest lineup I've ever seen. Blessed. But easy contenders. They might not be the best team, but I think it's gonna be hard to go into Philly and win. And if they keep that number 1 spot, that's how it's looking.
Right. The only weaknesses I see with this Philly team are the secondary. First of all, Darius Slay, he's taking a step back from his borderline career year last year. James Bradbury, he hasn't been as explosive compared to last year as well. So a lot of question marks there. And 2, the offensive play calling, led by first-year OC Brian Johnson. He's been kind of shaky so far, man. I'm not in situational moments. I'm not liking what he's been doing. Too many QB draws, too many screens to get into open space. I feel like there should be a balance with that. So I think with that experienced coaching, I don't know how. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if that would be the reason why they wouldn't be able to repeat, go back to the bowl this year.
No, you hit Brian Johnson on the head. The secondary, I'm like, just because they brought in Kevin Byard.
Oh,
Darius
he's
Slay,
not been good.
he
He's been
hasn't been good. He
trash
hasn't been good.
part. No.
He hasn't been good. But Darius Slay, he played pretty well against Tyreek Hill. I can't remember what week that was. But like Brian Johnson against the Chiefs, that I think it was 2 weeks ago at this point. In the second half, Philly had like 2 or 3 and outs in a row, and the first 2 plays on both drives were screens. I was like wide receiver screens. It was so disgusting.
Man, the first half was way worse. They tried going vertical, even though Spagnuolo in the defense, they weren't letting Hurts hold the ball on for much longer. Like this quick blitzes, corners come off the slot, be able to blitz Hurts on the outside, and that was working that whole entire half. And we got like around three sacks that first half because of that. So that's a major example on Johnson's inexperience as a coordinator in the NFL.
Yeah, he's been shaky, but good teams good teams always find a way to win.
They sure do.
That's been the story of Philly this year.
That's true. They're not gonna do that this Sunday though. I got the Niners beating them. It's gonna be different.
They're playing for that 1 seed. If they win this week, they get the 1 seed.
That's true.
They're playing probably their hardest opponent.
Yeah,
that's true.
They've done well on the hard schedule so far, though.
That is true. That's very true. Okay, moving on. Next team, the Baltimore Ravens.
Contender.
Matt already talked about it. Yeah, no, I think they're contenders too. If it's not Tyreek Hill, like I said, Lamar Jackson's MVP.
Maybe it's Dak. That's what we did last night.
I know, but it's
Dak's been good as fuck this year. Dak definitely deserves respect, but that schedule has been way too easy for an MVP.
He should be in the MVP combos. Dak, I feel like he's in the top 3 range this year, right now.
He should. I think MVP should
Thursday night's game.
That running back in San Fran,
McCaffrey.
Personally,
he should be around the top 5 rankings for MVP right now. McCaffrey's been phenomenal, the engine for that Niners team, but I think top 5 should be, well, it's not going to be in order, but Stroud, Lamar, and then Dak as the 3 QBs, and then the other 2, Myles Garrett as the 4th one.
No.
What?
Yeah, you could argue TJ Watt has been better than Myles Garrett.
Hell no. Myles Garrett is leading the best defensive unit statistically in the
Myles
entire
Garrett
league.
got bitched by Garrett Bowles.
TJ Watt got punked by the Browns, and Myles Garrett was cooking out that same game too. They were bro. Was it Myles Garrett injured mid-game? Yeah, he got hurt mid-game.
Which game?
Last week, he had a sleeve on his. Yeah,
he did get hurt. He did the shoulder.
Yeah, but I believe
he wasn't doing shit in the first half anyways. Yeah. He was not doing shit in the first half anyways. But you said Myles Garrett went off against the Steelers. What did TJ Watt do week 2 against the Browns? Wasn't he literally the reason they won? Had a pick 6 or fumble 6?
NFL is a what have you done for me lately league, and with what info I can get from is that in the last matchup between the Browns and the Steelers,
TJ Watt had like 2 sacks in the fourth.
Myles Garrett was clearly the better defensive player that whole game. Yeah, if Myles Garrett, if he can still play on the field and the Browns defense is still an elite unit, top 1 defense or minimum top 3, he is going to win Dibo this year. That's
the thing. That's the thing is that the Steelers don't have the same unit in terms of other pieces around TJ Watt, and yet they're putting up pretty good numbers. They're a top 5 unit themselves. With Patrick Peterson as the number 1 quarter. No Minka Fitzpatrick either. That's pretty impressive.
So Denzel Ward has missed time.
They still got 2 great corners outside of Denzel Ward. Okay. They still got 2 great corners outside of Denzel Ward.
Okay, so when TJ he consistently had a great D line to support him. Okay, yeah, Depoy right there, best defensive player in the league by far. But the 1 year, the only year of Myles Garrett gets an actually competent D line around him with competent defensive coaching. Y'all trying to penalize him for that.
When did TJ Watt get a depoy?
Get a Depoy 2021. That was his first Depoy.
Swear. I didn't know that. I didn't know he had one.
Second one loading.
Got him. Got him.
Hey, to make it his second.
Exactly.
The statement still stands true.
Hell no. But
Still
yeah,
true.
going back to MVP rankings, Stroud, Dak, Lamar as the Q quarterbacks, Myles Garrett, and then Tyreek Hill as those five, the top
No
five.
way, CMC over Garrett, bro. Bro, CMC has had over 100 scrimmage yards every single game, except for the Browns game, I think, when he got hurt midway through. And he's had a touchdown in all but one game this year, including multiple touchdown games. He's basically an offense on his own.
Myles Garrett has been a one-man wrecking crew. He's been single-handedly been more impactful towards the Cleveland Browns winning games than McCaffrey has for the Niners winning games this year. You can't tell me not. But that Colts game, we had the blocked field goal in the fumble recovery. That was all Myles Garrett. That was Myles Garrett's game right there. Come on.
That was Myles Garrett's game. But what about CMC? Was it against the Commanders when he had like 3 or 4 touchdowns? Or what? No, the Cardinals. It was against the Cardinals when he had like 3 or 4 touchdowns and like 180 yards.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Oh, okay.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. You boys been brought up a game versus the Cardinals. I'm sorry. With Joshua Dobbs starting at quarterback, not Kyler Murray. I'm sorry. No.
Are you talking about a game against Gardner Minshew?
The Colts are still a solid team. They're in the playoff race.
See, hey, Joshua Dobbs was hooping on Cardinals though. He was balling.
Nah, yeah, like 2 good games. He was bad the rest.
It's just everybody's on the astronaut wave now. Instead of the astronaut wave.
Bro threw 4 picks. 2 of them were his fault.
He threw 4. He was 4.
I went to the gym at half because I was like, this game is garbage.
That game was trash, by the way. Unwatchable game, but I still watched all the way through because the NBA games were trash that night. But moving on to the Ravens, going back to the Ravens, we still we had the Ravens as a contender for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Oh, absolutely, sure. Ravens.
Probably. I know that the Browns probably have the best defense in the league. I'd say Ravens probably have the second best defense. And then Lamar has been playing, as you mentioned, at an MVP caliber level. And the receivers are finally starting to come around. They just need Mark Andrews to come back now.
Shout out Zay Flowers. He's been great. The defense, like you said, they've been phenomenal this year. Had lots of playmakers. Jadeveon Clowney's having arguably his best year as a player, man. Secondary's been nice. Geno Stone's having an all-pro year. He's one of the best safeties in the entire league. Patrick Queen and Roquan Smith. Cal Hamilton's been great. Patrick Queen and Roquan Smith, one of the best linebacking cores. Arguably the best linebacking duo in the entire league. And their defensive coordinator as well, Mike McDonald. Phenomenal job leading this unit on a week-to-week basis. Keep an eye out for him when it comes to new head coaching hirings for this upcoming offseason. He is going to be in a ton of these convos for these struggling teams. So for the Ravens, yeah, man, it has to be their year, right? With the Chiefs, they looking shaky at times. The Bengals, they're out. They're out with Joe Burrow being gone for the season. The Bills, who knows what they're gonna do? Are they gonna come back from their struggles? Probably not. So it's the Ravens' year to make it out the AFC. I really believe that.
Time is now.
It is. They need to lock up that 1 seed. They need to. All right, next team.
Yeah, let's go back to the NFC with the San Francisco 49ers.
Contender.
Yeah. But I think they're one of the closer ones to being a pretender.
Ooh,
really?
While being
Let me
let's
hear.
explain.
Let me hear your reasoning.
y'all not gonna like this because I was on the Brock Purdy train. I don't think
I'm always down for some slander on Brock Purdy. If that's what it's gotta
I
be.
don't know. While I'm saying they're contenders, if they lose, it's gonna be because of Brock Purdy. The rest of the team is just too good.
Yeah. I mean, but that's been the 49ers problem for the last 5 years, where they probably have the best roster outside of quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I don't know about like even with Brock Purdy though. I don't know if I could put him in the pretenders category, just because every other position or every other positional group they're like top 5.
This is
minimum.
like it's a complete roster from
Yeah.
start to bottom. Like
outside of Jake Moody, he's not very good.
I mean, no, he's been turning it up as a kicker lately. He ain't been that bad this year as a rookie. I don't think kicking will be that big of a problem heading into the playoffs this year for the Niners.
Kicking playoffs, I don't know why, but kicking is one of the most important things.
No, it is. I agree with you on
Tucker
that.
might win a game.
Like Harrison Butker, he won a game in the AFC title game with this game-winning kick to in overtime. Well, not
Mason
overtime.
Crosby's won a ton of games with his leg. Robbie Gould won a ton of games for the 49ers with his leg.
That's true. So I do agree with you, Matt, on that. Kicking is very important, especially when it matters the most in those cold weather games in January. Man, it's a difference maker. But man, for the Niners right now, I think they're the clear favorites to win the Super Bowl this year. I feel like from structurally with their roster, just the names, the amount of talent they have on both sides of the ball. Kittle, McCaffrey, Dibo, Ayuk, defensively, Bosa, Armstead, Hargrave, just got Chase Young from the trade deadline. I don't know how a team in the NFL let the Niners do that. Let them get their hands on Chase Young. That's unbelievable. Fred Warner's still awesome. Mooney Ward leading that secondary, that corner room. The loss of Hufanga at safety that hurts a little bit. But I feel like with this pass rush, with the amount of talent they have, I don't think that's going to be that big of a difference maker moving forward.
Yeah. No,
Did you mention Dre Greenlaw? I didn't hear if you mentioned him.
Oh, Drake Greenlaw too as well for in that linebacking unit.
Is he the hardest hitter in the NFL right now?
The hardest hitter.
Or is it Roquan? Maybe I don't know.
Oh, I'll go with Roquan Smith. I'll go with Roquan.
Kareem Jackson.
Actually, no. Kareem Jackson. No, because Kareem Jackson hits like it's still 2012. So
he should not have been suspended for the hit on Josh Dobbs. That was I didn't think that.
It was a reputation suspension.
It was.
It was for reputation.
He got that Draymond Green treatment.
For real. That's the definition of Draymond Green treatment.
Yeah.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, but man, Kareem Jackson just levels people, bro.
That dude's
the league don't like that.
No, not anymore. Not anymore. And I think that might be a good thing. Well, it is a good thing for the league moving forward. With the amount of big hits being decreased over the past years when it comes to player safety. So Kareem Jackson's still doing it in 2023.
Imagine the YouTube compilations of Kareem Jackson hits in 2012.
I mean, I think if you had a compilation of his hits from this year and like put them together, yeah, like biggest hits in the NFL 2012. I don't think it'd make a difference. I don't really think it would.
Bro, the one against Logan Thomas, like early in the year, oh my god, that's one of the worst hits I've ever seen. That was like straight, like that's as definition targeting as you can get.
Man, you ain't never seen Patrick Willis, Cam Chancellor, those guys.
Ray Lewis.
Nah. That's light compared to what they did back in the day. No,
Have you
that
guys
is
seen
light.
that Nebraska Kenny Bell hit?
Oh, the one on the sideline where
Yeah,
like
where it was a
bro,
block,
the championship game. That boy flew. That
bro.
brother flew.
Bro
Oh,
got
was
hit
that
and
the QB
flew
when he
like 10
scrambled?
yards in the air.
Yeah. Bro,
That
that
that's
was
still
crazy.
probably like the fucking craziest hit I've ever seen.
But no, do y'all remember the Manu Sanders hit back
Yeah,
Yes, that was bad. Against the Rams.
games?
I watched
Bro,
that
that dude
live, bro.
folded. That boy got folded, bro. He tried diving for the ball, bro, and he just
And
got
he got
hit.
smoked.
He's trying to
Oh,
make the catch, bro. It was crazy.
he
It
got
is
smoked.
crazy. Oh man. Great. Hey, greatest hits of all time compilation, man. Always a great watch on
Yeah,
YouTube when he got the time to do it. All right. Moving on to our next team, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
My first pretender.
yeah. I'm
My
gonna go with
first
Pretender
pretender.
as well.
They have not looked good
Yeah,
in
pretender.
in the big games. They got smoked like embarrassingly by the 49ers. Lost to the Chiefs and did not look good in that game as well. I'm trying to remember. Have they played the Ravens this season yet?
Oh no, they're going to the 17th. That's gonna be a
Okay.
Thursday, not Thursday, a Sunday night game.
Okay. So that'll be another big test for them. But so far they haven't done well on the big tests and they've kind of handled business as they should, but they haven't really had some key marquee wins. And so I think they're still a couple years away.
Yeah, especially with
Yeah.
how young Trevor Lawrence is still.
hmm And the running game's kind of gone away. ETN was looking a lot better earlier in the year.
Thank God, because ETN is on Matt's fantasy team. Just want to put that out there. Matt, I am praying on your downfall moving forward. And I don't even care if I'm being a hater. I'm praying on
No.
your downfall.
Bruh, we didn't mention it, but I have Aaron Rodgers on my IR too.
I don't care. I am praying on your downfall. And
And you no, but
you'll
Dibo, you know
suffer.
that QB is by far my weakest position. So
Yeah.
like it pains me to say that there's zero chance Aaron Rodgers is coming back because like he would probably start for me at this point.
Good, man. Roll with Purdy and Tua, bro. Your team's tough, right? You can go to war with those guys.
Made it the one seed so far in the season with them. Well, we ride.
Okay.
We ride.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll have to see. Yeah, for me with the Jacksonville Jaguars, I'm going to say they're a pretender. It's just off the fact that I just really haven't seen them go up against teams that are physical and can win in the trenches consistently. I haven't seen them beat a team like that, like a Baltimore, which that December 17th game, that is going to be a huge indicator whether or not they're going to make a deep run in the playoffs this year or not. And even if, well, when you look at when weighing the possibility of them making some noise too, even going to like an AFC title game, they do got the pieces to make some exciting noises, man. Like the defense has been solid. Josh Allen has had a great year coming off the edge. He's been one of the best pass rushers in the league by far. The secondary's been solid with guys like
Campbell.
Tyson Campbell, Darius Williams being solid, Andre Cisco, Rayshon Jenkins having a very good secondary core. The linebackers, Foze Luakun has been great, always been great. Devin Lloyd's having a great year too as a young linebacker. So defensively, they have one of the better units in the league. The offense is they have some more question marks, like Matt said. The running game's been stagnant lately, and with the receiving core, I don't know. It's a week to week basis with this unit.
Yeah.
I mean, Christian Kirk, he's shown to have great games, but consistently, can he get that down? Can he be an elite threat on a week to week basis for Kilo to throw the ball to? And for Calvin Ridley, their biggest uh, accusation. Did I say what?
Acquisition.
Acquisition? My fault. Um, acquisition coming from last season. He's been inconsistent too as well. I mean, he's shown flashes, obviously, but as a consistent number one receiving option, he hasn't really shown you the consistency enough to be trustworthy in those positions. So that's a huge question mark for me moving forward. T Law, I'm sure a ton of people have critiqued him, saying, "Is he an elite guy? Has he really produced on an elite level this season?" I feel like he has, even though the statistics hasn't been really eye popping to the average viewer. But when you look at the tape, he has been great, consistently in top seven, even six quarterback on a week to week basis. So there are a ton of great things to look at this Jaguars team moving forward, but I just don't know, man. I just don't know. It depends on the consistency with the receivers. It really does. Can they get it clicking, especially against teams like the Ravens and Chiefs secondary if they do play against them in the postseason?
Yeah, yeah. And you would think, I mean, just offensively with all the names, you have ETN, you have Ridley, Kirk, Evan Ingram, Zay Jones. Like, there's no reason for them not to be able to spread the ball around, and yet it kind of is like you never know who's really going to pop off, and it's like one person will pop off, and then everybody else kind of has like weights, and you can never get like multiple people having strong weeks together.
Right, very true. Very, very true. We'll have to see, though. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
All right. Going back to the NFC, the Dallas Cowboys.
Pretenders.
I got them as contenders, and I hate saying Cowboys are contenders because it just feels wrong. But but the here we go. It's got me right.
Here we go.
Owen got that to a T. That
Owen
was
got
good.
you. That
It's
was
so
great.
funny. It's so funny.
QB cadence.
Well, it's like every stat where he says it. Here we go.
He
No.
literally says it every time.
Bro, hold on. Owen, say it again. Say it again.
Why? You can go like
No,
Just
say
say
it. No,
I got
say
a
it, say
takeaway
it.
from that. Just say it.
yeah, takeaway from it.
I do. If you say it the same way.
All right, here we go.
Bro, tell me not. There's a little bit of like a Patrick Mahomes voice in there. A little bit.
I see it. I see it. But that
I
was
see
a
it.
great.
We got our QB for the Thanksgiving game. But
Bro, I told you I can throw.
But the defense, I know that they didn't really have a great game last night. But the defense has been good. And the offense, Dak has probably had the best year of his career. Same with CD Lamb. And so I think that might be enough. But if they don't have home field advantage, I think they're pretenders. I really do. And so then maybe I'm like convincing myself to change. I just don't think that we've seen it too many times where Dak just can't go on the road and win these big games. And I understand that he's played phenomenal ball this year, but if it's on the road in Philly or it's on the road in San Fran, I don't know how they're winning that.
Especially considering the fact that the only team above 500 they beat was last night against the Seahawks.
Yeah,
and the Seahawks,
that's the biggest thing
they're
that
a
makes
shaky
me think
team.
they're pretenders.
And they almost won.
Yeah, exactly. They don't. The Cowboys don't beat good teams. They lose to the good teams.
Yeah.
So when they go to the playoffs, where they're inevitably, playing good teams, they're gonna lose.
Right. That's true. For me, like Matt said, if they play against the Niners in the playoffs, it's over. We've seen that before on a physical and a coaching standpoint, and even a talent standpoint. Niners are a better team in those aspects. So if they play San Fran, they're not beating them in a playoff game, especially away from Jerry Wold. So for me, I have the Cowboys as pretenders. They have the talent to be contenders. They even have the coaching to be contenders. But at the same time, their game management, the game versus Philly is a huge example. Those penalties in the red zone late in the game when they were driving down the field, that really hurt them. And just little things like that, it's just swaying me away from making me actually believe that this Cowboys team is going to make a Super Bowl push, let alone making the NFC title game.
Yeah.
Yeah. But shout out Brandon Cooks because he started the year super slow, but he's been able to kind of traverse the year and turn it around. He's come on the last couple of weeks. Jake Ferguson too. He's been a really good tight end for them.
Very true. Jake Ferguson's probably your top 8, six maybe 6 to 8 tight end in the league already. And this is rookie season.
Yeah, you got him in our dynasty league, don't you?
Oh no, I got Laporta.
Oh no, that's me who has him.
Yeah. Know your team, buddy. I got the better tight end though, so we good.
He's my backup. He's my backup.
God damn it!
Yeah.
Just get Jake Ferguson as your backup.
Bro, I picked him up week 1. Bro, fun fact: I drafted Dalton Schultz going into the season, thinking he was the Cowboys tight end. Realized week 1 he was on the Texans and dropped him for Jake Ferguson.
Okay.
always have a Cowboys tight end.
All right. Okay, we got 2 more teams. We can wrap them. We can wrap these up like quick. You know, we don't got a ton of time to finish this section off. So we're gonna go quickly here. Next team, the Miami Dolphins.
Pretenders, especially with
same reason as the Cowboys
being out for the year now.
Jalen Phillips.
Excuse me. What did I say? Jalen Williams? Did I say J-Dub?
J-Dub?
Yeah, you got the Thunder, or
I'm not Jalen Phillips. Their best pass rusher.
Yeah, by far. He was playing so well. He was going to be in those combos of being along those like elite pass rushers in the league, man. Screw MetLife, screw turf fields. NFL got to do something about it. I hate MetLife Field Stadium so much. It's horrible. It's a horrible stadium. It needs to be updated. It's unfortunate with his injury, man. He was balling. He was balling. But the mic'd up the inside the NFL segment they had for his injury was horrible, bro. He was crying on the field when he suffered it. It was bad, bro. You can look it up on YouTube. It was bad, bro. I felt so bad for him. I felt so bad.
Well, yeah, man. Of course. I mean, he's a young player. Was about to break out. Him and Christian Wilkins on that D line look like a tandem for the next X amount of years, and then one play on MetLife, we saw it happen to Aaron Rodgers 4 plays into the season. It's that turf.
Yeah, they got
to rid of the turf, man.
They need to fix the turf.
And Tua hasn't looked great. The last couple of weeks once he's actually had pressure in his face.
The offense doesn't really look great compared to their historical pace to start the season off with that pre-snap motion, having Tyreek Hill running downfield before the snaps been released to throw secondaries off. But I feel like as the years progress, these defenses have adjusted to that. And because of it, the Miami Dolphins offense, they've obviously struggled offensively sometimes.
Yeah. What's the next team? What's the last team? Hold on. Can I guess? The Lions? Pretending. I've seen Jared Goff in the playoffs before. I know it all too well. And that was with Sean McVay. Not no fucking Dan Campbell. I like me some Ben Johnson, though, but I like me that O-line. I like me Amon Ra in that run game, but Pretender.
That's true. Nah, Jared Goff's not even the biggest problem with this Lions team right now. He's the secondary.
Yeah, the defense.
Specifically their
corners. He has not been playing well recently. The last 2-3 weeks, he's kind of reverted to his old form.
Jared Goff.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the cracks have been showing. He's been more careless with the ball, protecting it. The Lions team, especially on the Thanksgiving game, too many careless turnovers, uncharacteristic of this team, of the team that we've known so far over the past year. But it's just the secondary. That's the biggest issue, man. They're getting torched. They are getting torched. The Packers The Packers got their way. The Bears got their way. It's been bad. Even with the Ravens during that beatdown, it was a mismatch. They got whatever they wanted that entire game on the run and the pass too. So defensively as a whole, I know they still got young pieces, exciting pieces like of course Aiden Hutchinson, Brian Branch is still solid. Um, even their older, more veteran guys like Alex Anzalone at the linebacking position, he's been having a great year.
I think
But
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson's coming back soon as well too.
is he? I thought he was out for the season.
Oh, for real? He might be. But
Yeah, he's
what
out for
was it?
the
It was a
year.
ruptured pec or something, or what?
Yeah, it was with his pec. It was with his
Yeah.
pec area. Yeah, he's out for the year.
All I'm saying, if the Rams can somehow get the 6 seed and we go up against the Lions, I don't know if we're gonna win, but I'm just saying don't be surprised if we somehow pull it out. With that secondary in our passing game, it's a possibility. It's a possibility,
Yeah.
especially if Frank
No,
Ragnow's out. I know he got hurt on Thanksgiving. I don't know if it's a serious injury or not.
I haven't
But
looked at that
if
yet.
he's out long term, that's a big loss for them because he's
Mhm.
probably like the third best center in all of football right now.
True. Man, well, that playoff game potentially that could be some fireworks offensively. I could see a shootout from that game.
Oh yeah,
I really could.
oh yeah.
But
Omar Ra's gonna go for like 200, and like a touchdown or two. I could really see him going off that.
yeah.
All right, NBA trivia to end up.
Let's do it.
Right. To finish off with Detroit, I mean, the goal coming into this year was to win a playoff game. Obviously, break the postseason drought. But when it comes to obviously compared to the Eagles, Niners, and even Cowboys being a contender in the NFC, I just don't see it this year. Hopefully next year though, because
They got
there's a lot of good things about
that
this Detroit team right
the
now.
developmental period they need to go through before they start being contenders.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna send a picture to the group chat. It's basically for the trivia. All right.
All right, bet.
So, guess the NBA team on your screen based off what college their starting lineup went to. So, point guard we have Oklahoma, shooting guard we have Washington, small forward went to Virginia, power forward went to Duke, and then center is a question mark, which means he didn't go to college.
I think I know the team.
Owen,
Is it the Pelicans?
it is not the Pelicans.
Really?
It is not the Pelicans.
Well then.
Duke at power forward probably made you think that, huh?
That along with the center being Valanciunas.
Oh, Valanciunas. Yeah. Okay. Fair. I think there's like a bigger hint than Duke on this one.
I don't really know colleges or what colleges people went to like that.
Can I have my guess?
Go for it.
Absolutely, Dibo.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Atlanta Hawks.
This is the Atlanta Hawks. Correct. You got Trae Young went to Oklahoma. DeJounte went to Washington. DeAndre Hunter went to Virginia. Jalen Johnson went to Duke, and then Clint Capella is obviously from Germany. And then the next one that I just sent to the group chat. This one might be a little tougher because there's like no standout player. Yeah.
It's the Detroit.
Y'all, these are 2K. These are 2K ratings.
Yeah, guess the starting lineup based off 2K ratings. Point guard 80 overall, shooting guard 82, small forward 86, power forward 80, and center 85.
Who do you want going first?
Either or. Whenever you got a guess, just say it.
Orlando Magic.
Not a bad guess, but this is not the Orlando Magic.
Damn.
But dude, this is tough, bro.
This is the harder one. This is one of the harder ones.
It's a balanced team. It's like no standout ratings.
Yeah. One of the other teams had one of the other ones I had was like a 95 overall at the center position. I was like, okay, so it's either the Nuggets or the Sixers.
Jesus.
Dude, this is what the holy cow.
Eastern Conference.
Eastern Conference. No, not the Pistons. God damn.
It is tough, man.
God think, bro. The Miami. No, not. I'll go with Miami Heat.
Not the Heat.
That's a good
Jimmy
guess.
Butler would be like a 90 something.
Yeah. I don't even have a guess.
It's not even. I can't even guess the Pacers either because the point guard position got to be way higher than 80.
Yeah.
I'll say we're all not big fans of the point guard on this team.
Jesus.
Was it the Cavs?
No, not the Cavs.
No,
Donovan Mitchell would be higher.
Yeah.
Not the Bulls.
Not the Bulls.
DeRozan would be higher.
The Wizards.
Not the Wizards.
That was a dumb guess.
The Wizards, the center could not be 85. Oh my god.
The starting center is Daniel Gafford. That's me.
I personally think the center is a little overrated at an 85 when I saw that. But the center is not much lower than an 85 in my head. I'll put it like that.
The Raptors.
Not the Raptors. You got the division now. You got the right division now.
The Nets?
It is the Brooklyn Nets.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense.
It's way too long because small forwards, Bridges.
Yeah. Y'all want another one? I got like 3.
We'll get another one.
One more.
You want college or 2K overalls?
I literally don't know colleges, so.
Yeah, let's do 2K ratings.
Right.
Excuse me.
All right. Guess the NBA right here. Guess the NBA team based off their 2K overalls.
Well, this is the Nuggets.
This is not the Denver Nuggets.
Really?
Really?
You're right. Jamal should be higher than 87.
Like 90?
I don't. Ooh, no. That's gross.
89.
Fair. Let's go with the Milwaukee Bucks.
This is not the Milwaukee Bucks.
Well,
Damn.
the only other center that's a 97 would be Joel Embiid. So
it is the Philadelphia 76ers. They got Maxey at an 87, Melton at a 78, Kelly Oubre at an 80, and then Tobias at an 82.
Well, it's funny because I think KCP is also a 78 in 2K. So
yeah, he's around that. He's always been around that rating.
I think AG's higher than an 82 though. I could see him being.
I think AG's like 84.
Yeah, Mike's probably like 83, 84.
Yeah.
Shoot. Damn. But one thing. Shout out Kelly Oubre Jr. He is about to make his return soon. Can't wait for that. Star of the year. He was a very solid piece for the Sixers. He was playing great for them. So, salute. I'm glad he's coming back healthy.
All hail B-Ball said he might have been lying about that car accident.
He also
I'm not gonna get into that.
He also just moved to Philadelphia. He probably doesn't know the streets that well.
Yeah, Matt, why are you being so insensitive about the situation?
Hey, I would remember where I got hit by a car.
Okay, but in a location where you're not conscious, you don't know.
All I'm saying is he has a clause in his contract that he can't ride his BMX bike. And then on the ring camera, he came in saying he was riding his BMX bike. It's sus.
But how do you know that?
Because all hail B-Ball, bro. He got the best sources.
Who the hell is all hail B-Ball? Where'd you get that from?
That's
probably
the TMZ video of the ring camera.
I saw that TMZ video.
Yeah.
TMZ is that was crazy. TMZ can get like anything they want from anybody.
Bro, I don't know how they got the fucking Draymond Green shit from a Warriors employee of him punching.
Oh, do y'all remember they were the first to like report Kobe Bryant's death, bro? They posted it before everybody, even like ABC News. They were the first source to do that. Like TMZ, bro. They're the feds. They're everywhere. They got sources everywhere, and they got limited money too to get all this footage and like tapes.
For real.
Like bro, how do you get footage of a ring camera? That's what I'm.
Yeah, bro. That's what all the comments were saying. Literally, I looked at the comments and all of them were like, "How the hell did TMZ get
the feds are watching,
bro? That's crazy, bro. TMZ are the feds. We know this. We've been known this.
Dibo. I know that this is off topic, but since we're about to end, I know you be watching college football. Is +10 the lock for Washington today? That's what
yes, it is. +10 is if you are involved in degenerate gambling, sports betting. Yes,
right
hammer, cover Washington. Hammer the cover for Washington. +10. Michael Penix Jr. is the man. Rome Odunze is the man. They are going to cook that Oregon defense. It is going to be a shootout. But I got my Washington boys to win in another close game, just like the game in the regular season. I don't know. The score is probably going to be high as hell. For the over too. Just hammer the over. Hammer every over when it comes to like passing yards, final score, everything. But what Matt said, for Washington +10, that's free money right there. It is free money.
All right, Matt. Are you betting that?
No way he's doing it right now.
The over is 65. I've never seen an NFL game that high.
Hammer it.
NFL is different.
Each team would need to score 32.5.
Hammer it. It don't matter. Hammer it. Hammer the over. Hammer the over.
Hammer the over, but we will ride +13.5.
It's +13.5 right now.
It's +9.5, but I'm doing all
9.5. Oh, okay.
I gotta play it safe because it's only -185. Hey, Zubac points and rebounds is the biggest lock. The sports books haven't caught up to it yet. They still be having them at like 18.5. Man's a walking double.
1-800-gambler for people who need to hit up that hotline in seek of help. It is very important to watch for your health with during these times, especially when it comes to sports betting. So please hit up that. You know, there are a lot of people that do need it. I'm not going to specify who needs it in this room right now.
That's
among us right now. But yeah,
we up on the year though. So do I need help or do I need to quit my job?
You need help. Don't quit your job.
No, I'm playing. That was a joke.
Don't do that.
There's people in the group chat that need their number. That need that number. I'm not one of them.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna disclose who those people are because very touchy topic. Yeah, it's a very touchy topic. But with that being said, this episode's officially been wrapped up. It's finished.
Sure has.
Lovely.
And what a great episode it was. Had a ton of insightful analysis on football and basketball, along with tons of humor and great jokes throughout. And I hope to anybody still watching, I hope you all enjoyed it. We enjoyed it, and we hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Follow us on all our social media platforms, on YouTube, IG, and TikTok, all with the handle @LoonsFromTheBates. We appreciate the love and support. Hopefully, we can reach our end of year goals before 2024 starts. So please help us do that. And anything else from you guys, man, Owen?
It's been real.
No, I think you wrapped it up. Let's get on out of here.
It has been real. And with that being said, we're going to say peace.
Peace.
Catch you guys later.
Later.
Alligator.